What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to talk about some very important things that Elon Musk said about Tesla's future, which are very bullish, in my personal opinion, at least for the very, very long term. But before I begin the devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And then don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends very soon. You deposit $500, you guarantee 20 free stocks. And the offer ends in just about one day from now. Anyways, for Tesla, we're just having another very boring day. I did call this out yesterday. I said that Tesla might see a little pop and drop and just trade sideways between 180 and 183. That was the range I called out yesterday. And that's all that Tesla's really doing so far. Going back and forth is very, very boring. But it's not just Tesla doing this. The whole market's kind of doing this. If you look at SPY gapped down pretty hard, came all the way down to about 543. Then we came back up to about just under 546. We've been stuck between that range pretty much all day, going back and forth, not really doing anything too crazy. So that's all that SPY has been doing. The reason why the market's doing this is because we have a lot of option expirations. We currently have about over 650,000 calls expiring, and we have over 3.6 million of these puts expiring. So that gives us a max pain of 542. And, the market's just kind of trading sideways despite that. Now, for other pieces of news, I just want to say there's not much coming out for the rest of the day. We just have a very, very minor data going out for the next week. I'll talk more about this probably later on. And then I also want to talk about Elon Musk and some very important things that he has been saying. This person known as Alex actually tweeted this. I want to talk about this real quick. They said that all the negative predictions that the media have made for Tesla have materialized for all of their brands but Tesla. And it's actually very, very interesting. This has been the case in the past and will continue to be the case in the future. Musk says that is on target. So I think that this kind of brings into fruition the possibility of how the media is going to view Tesla moving forward and what they've done, in the past. The media has a tendency of bashing Tesla like crazy, and they don't tend to treat other EVs like this that are trying to do very similar things, like developing driver assist functions and such. The media does tend to be very biased against Tesla. I do notice that on a daily basis. And because of that, it makes things very difficult, at least for the way things are moving. So, that does affect Tesla. I have to be really honest. All these negative headlines sometimes cause big red days, but it doesn't really change my view for the long term. I'm still very bullish because I believe in what Tesla is doing. And I believe that they're going to be achieving a lot of incredible things. But Elon Musk just said something very important. I'll talk about that after this tweet. He talked about something else that's important because it's going to lead to a lot of growth for Tesla. So North American Tesla said that the new Tesla Center is basically open in Minnesota. Very, very cool stuff. And then Elon Musk also tweeted this. I want to talk about this. So he replied to Dave Lee. Dave Lee is known for posting very, very awesome YouTube videos about Tesla. I want to give him a big shout out too. And basically, he was talking about last week's shareholder meeting. He said it was very huge and opened a lot of books for Tesla as well, especially as they have backed Elon Musk and approved his 2018 compensation plan, which he rightfully deserves, right, by a landslide victory. So Musk responded, and this is what he said. He said the super strong support from retail and large investors meant a lot to me. I will do my utmost to ensure that their faith is rewarded. That's some big news. What does he mean by that? Well, he's telling us, and this is one of the things that Musk has said, Tesla is going to be worth 25 plus trillion dollars in valuation. He believes it's going to be happening. He's also talked about Cathie Wood's projections being correct. Musk is saying a lot of things about this. That's why we voted for this, because we know it's a big investment into the company. And I didn't see any good reason to vote against it, considering that this was already approved for Musk. And if shareholders did vote against Elon Musk's pay package, this would likely lead him to be possibly leaving Tesla, maybe not work as hard. So it's very good that he got his pay package. He's going to work very hard. He's going to ensure that shareholders get what they deserve. And that's absolutely incredible news. On top of all this, I just wanted to say that now I just want to focus on Tesla in the market. The market closes in about 30 minutes, and Tesla's just trading sideways. It's been doing this all day. We have 183 as resistance and then 180 as support. So for now, we're just trading sideways, but let me just call out something important. Yes, we're going to likely continue to do this for the rest of the day, but when you zoom out, you will notice that Tesla still has a nice looking structure. We still have a nice double bottom, and there is still upside potential, so it's still holding up decently. As far as SPY goes, we have dipped quite a bit. We're still kind of trading sideways in the 4-hour time frame. If we look at the hourly, I just want to say that If you look at this, hold on one second. SPY is also just trading within a range. I think where we close will be very important. If we close below 544, it's not going to be a very good sign. If we close above it, that's going to give us some potential to try pushing higher. Otherwise, we're just going to likely continue to trade sideways. So I'll be watching this close. Can we close above or below 544? I'll be very patient nonetheless. For Nvidia, Nvidia has resistance around 130. We have support currently at 125. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually dip a little lower towards 125, and we'll have to see what it does from there. But for now, we're just kind of basing. We're trying to hold our hourly 200 EMA. So I'll give this some time just to see how things end up progressing. For Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also trading sideways within this range. If we break past 64,000, we'll be looking for a pump all the way up to 64,400 and eventually 64,600. But in my opinion, with this trading sideways, I think that there is potential for a bounce on Bitcoin if we try to get back above this 220 EMA, if we do end up seeing that. So I'll be watching to see if that ends up being the case. I am seeing it trying to base and some liquidity being grabbed here, so it might try to push a little higher, but it might just be a temporary little pop because the overall structure on Bitcoin is still bearish. So we could see a pop and drop, just like how we kind of popped and dropped here, popped and dropped, popped and dropped, kind of popped and dropped here. So we might do the same thing, kind of pop a bit and dip right back down. For the QQQ, it's just trading sideways as well. We're still waiting for a big direction to be forging. Let me make it very clear that we still have support around this 475 area, 479 area, and we have resistance at 482. We've been going back and forth for the last couple of hours. So we'll just have to see how things go from here. For Apple, we're just trading sideways as well, not really doing much. We're stuck around 210. I did call 210 is likely coming. That's what happened to Apple. And now we're just going to see which way we break. If we break past 212, we're back to bullish. We could bounce a little bit. If we lose 210 or close below that, there's going to be a risk of it dipping. Right now, it looks to me like bears have a bigger edge for now because you can see Apple's actually down quite a bit compared to when it was at 220. So we're down quite a bit. So give it some time and we'll see how things move. I'm going to go over just a few more. Meta is still trading sideways around 495. We have 496 is going to be our resistance and 500. And then our supports at 492. We called out all those levels earlier. We could dip a little bit lower on Meta. It's still showing some weaknesses. We have a downtrend being established. For Microsoft could attempt to go higher. We have 450 as resistance, and we have support at 447. So we'll just have to see how this ends up reacting. We have this tight resistance up here, so we'll see. But overall, it's holding up very well. I could see it kind of retest 447 before it tries to bounce, but it's looking pretty good. More bullish overall. Same thing with Google after bullish news came out, and this head and shoulders was a trap only for it to push higher. I did call that out as a possibility in case we did end up losing these levels or breaking them. So because we broke 180, we're back to bullish. If we had lost 176, we would have turned bearish and the head and shoulders should have played out, but we never lost that support. We got bought back up instead, and this was a trap for retail. So far, the market's holding up. AMC and GameStop are dipping. AMC has this gap to fill. I think we're going to likely come down to fill this gap around the 4.3 area. GameStop's also dipping a bit, looking kind of week 22 could be coming. So I'm seeing some weakness for the memes. Tesla's also kind of trading sideways and flat. So we'll see how things go. The market closes in about half an hour, so we'll see. But with that being said, I think Tesla will just have a very boring close. But for the next few weeks, we do have some big data coming out from deliveries and such, so that's going to have a bigger effect on us. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you for listening. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a great day, and peace out.